We'll open the meeting, Town of Scituate Board of Health meeting, Town of Scituate Selectmen's Hearing Room, Monday, May 20th, 2013. I'll take a motion to accept the agenda.
I need to amend it. Under old business, we want to talk 12 whortleberries,
Okay.
which we talked out at the last meeting.
Okay.
And I guess I would just amend it too under old business, since I see Dr. Parsons, that we should just at least update, if anything, on the fluoridation.
We can do it, and I don't know if there's an update for a windmill, but there's not gonna be really any discussion on it, but we can just bring it up if there's anything I don't know. So we'll amend the motion for that. And you're in the back too, how are you?
Okay.
Excellent. And that'll be it.
As amended, did you make a motion?
No,
Move to
I'll-
approve the agenda.
Second.
Yeah, as amended.
All right, all those in favor? Aye. We've got, what do we got, about 5 minutes?
Did you guys?
Depends on which time, whether you're going Verizon or Scituate time.
Well,
Scituate clock is
we should
fast.
stick by this clock, because I guess that's the clock.
That gets us out earlier.
Yeah, that's the clock.
This is great.
Well, I'll just bring it up, fluoridation. I think we didn't plan on having anything tonight. We have contacted.
We hoped.
Hoped someone was gonna come in from the state, and they didn't. And I think we asked if they could come in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And that they're checking again.
Okay, for scheduling. So I do apologize, not knowing that, we didn't, but we didn't have any new stuff to come, so that's what we were looking for with the state. And I think that was gonna be it. So I do apologize, you guys came out tonight to, and then it wasn't on the agenda, we had no intention of talking anything about fluoridation. Yeah, no problem, no.
Call before the next one, just to make sure.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
okay.
show up.
All right, well, no, everybody is welcome to the
Yeah, you're welcome
meeting.
here anyways, we got exciting stuff on,
They're public, and you can come
Hillside
and
and other things.
check
so.
them out as long as you like.
So,
But I do just want to remind everybody that if we're going to do fluoridation during my waning days on this board,
We've got to move it along.
yeah, we probably should do it at the next one, if at all possible, which would be the 3rd, because the 17th will be my last day. And it would, probably just be the best use of, at least have been the best use of my time, if we can just wrap it up while I'm still here, and then not, whoever the next board member is would then have to go through and read an awful lot of stuff that I've already read. But if that's the way it breaks, that's the way it breaks. That's just my view on it.
fair enough.
Make a comment about fluoridation?
I don't want to get into it.
You don't want to get into it.
Dr. Pass, yeah, it's,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah,
You want to wait, table that till,
exactly, yeah. The only reason why we put it on the agenda was just to let you guys know when the next date was and what our plan was, but I don't want to get, because then it's,
then you're going to do the whole
yeah,
conversation.
and that wasn't planned. It wouldn't be fair to other people that might have wanted to come in. It's just not on the agenda appropriately, so. Thank you for your patience, I appreciate it.
No, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
No problem. Take my leave. All right, see you in a couple weeks.
Okay, thanks.
Gotcha, thank you.
Thanks.
Got a minute.
I emailed
Yes.
the photos. You didn't get them because your server bounced them back, but here they are in black and white.
Oh, okay.
You could, if you'd like to see them in color, you can come look at my computer.
Yes, the color really does.
She kind of has them upside down when she sent them to me.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
How did we,
Couldn't tell
can you
which
refresh
way.
my memory, how did we
Yes.
leave what we were doing last
Well,
time?
she wasn't going to be available because she had her eye
A few
out.
of them.
Right.
But she had to today to clean up the yard.
Yeah,
So as far as the front of your house looks, it's presentable.
Oh, my goodness.
okay.
And from when I was there Friday, I had pointed out things that should be taken care of.
That's awful.
Now, is it
Yeah.
what everyone would do for the cleanup of the yard? Maybe not, but compared to what it was, it's a vast improvement.
Did she do it all by herself?
I have no idea, but I don't.
Well, would she just pick it up and move it to the backyard?
No.
It went somewhere? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
This is scary.
Oh, it's frightening. You should see them in color.
Oh,
When you figure out which way to look at them,
this is
horizontal or vertical.
mold mildew.
On the ceiling in the kitchen.
Yikes. When were these pictures taken?
The Friday I got in, after the meeting.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
7:10 PM, hearing, One Hillside Road sewer tie-in request. Phil Spath of Spath Engineering, Inc., presenting for homeowner Pauline Fallon. How are you, Phil?
Hop-along.
Considering.
I dropped a log on my foot,
Oh.
broke a bone in my foot.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I can walk on the cast, it feels fine, doesn't hurt, but it hasn't healed.
Yeah.
Problem. So anyway,
Well, I hope you get better soon.
yeah, thank you, me too. What we're here for is a proposed sewer tie-in. We did 2 test pits out there, one right here, one right here. Here's the soils being counted.
Now, is this a request for an emergency connection?
Yeah.
I was just wondering if the terminology has changed under the new regime.
I have no idea.
Okay, but we'll treat it that way.
Right, and again, what we did, test pits, tight soils. I gave Jennifer, we groundwater and monitoring was like 20 inches. We dewatered this test pit, ran a perk, and it went down a half an inch in 90 minutes. So it was beyond the 90-minute per inch perk rate. It consists of a cesspool with an overflow line that goes in the woods. The groundwater floods it to begin with. So what we want to do is this house
Where was the groundwater, what level?
at 20 inches. And what we want to do is tie into, there's the existing house right here, failed the test pit, same types of soils.
You have you mean you need an easement from,
We have we have a letter from the homeowner indicating that they will allow him to tie into
Okay, good.
tie into the system. And again, what we're doing is we're gonna up the right of way and tying in. Make it short and sweet, and that's what we have.
how about the DPW plan? Oh, there isn't one, because you're doing one to the backyard, or to the yard to the homeowner? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're
Yeah,
coming out
yeah.
to the yard and tying it. Their line comes right into here and goes up. This is individual, the town wouldn't allow them to tie into their sewer line, which runs right into the road. So they had to go independently, all the way up to the manhole on First Parish.
That's one Pete Spencer did.
How long ago was this? This is ringing
This
a
is
bell.
probably about.
Not that long ago.
No, about 6 or 8 months, was it, maybe?
Well, the actual tie-in was 6 or 8 months ago, but the approval was a long time ago.
Because there was a debate of, there's a 2-inch line that comes from the,
That's what, if Greg Morris was doing that one.
Yeah, okay, this is the one we had. We got into a fight with, well, not a fight, but a disagreement as to what time of year we should do it, and spring, and it ended up being in the spring anyways. Okay, yeah, I remember this.
What was the road where they had they ran the 5 or 6 spaghetti lines? That was right near here.
The intersection of Tilden and Ann Vinyl.
Ann Vinyl, yeah.
And Captain Pierce and Manhill.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right up here, up into here, which there's a 2-inch line that comes from the school, right into here, and that's what now they're allowing everybody to tie into. They said, what wants to tie in can tie in, and we had 2 or 3 individuals prior to them saying that allowed to tie in.
Just show me again, Phil, how it runs, the line is gonna run from,
If you want to show. Right here is the back of the house. It's going up along the side of the house. This is Hillside Road, and this is Captain Pierce. It's coming in, running along the side, and then going along the right-of-way.
okay,
right
along
into
the
here
right of way.
And tying in. Right now, Captain Pierce is going to be repaved, they say, within the month of May. So what we want to try to do is get them to allow us to put in a stub right up here so they don't have to disturb the new paved area. And I've talked to Kevin, and he didn't see a problem with doing that. So by doing that, you know, we're not going to disturb
The new
the
pavement.
new pavement.
Could you document that somehow?
Yeah.
Just by, just a quick letter or even an email to Kevin saying this is what we discussed?
Oh, yeah, Pete Pence is going to go for a tie-in permit to get that, because like I say, when I talked to Kevin,
Yeah.
I told him, he said, have Pete come in and apply for a tie-in so we can bring that stub either back to here so there'd be no damage to
Yep.
Captain Pierce. Yeah.
No, get it in
Okay.
writing,
Yeah.
just Kevin.
I'm just telling you, they're gonna wanna see it.
Yeah.
And so, we dot that I.
There, piece of paper, I just want to write it down so you remember.
Here.
Or a confirmatory email or something.
Captain.
Cafferty.
CAFFERTY.
Okay. Allowing for sewer allowing for a stub be placed. Yep, I'll get that out tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be great.
And what's prompting the Title V test?
She's
Probably-
selling, she needs to get into a different type of,
She's looking for
Housing
future
arrangement.
selling of the property, and she wanted to update it, the property, in order
To sell
to
it.
sell it.
Title V, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we'll have to, hopefully. hear that
ta-da,
anyway.
the swan song.
No, but I'm just saying that
Come back
the
and
usual
make a
person is,
presentation.
I think we've gotten past this issue now about, because, you know, it costs more money to do this now.
And that's, exactly, it's expensive. I mean, when people have to do it, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well, so is the
$14,000.
new Title V system, so.
Well, but not, there's a $14,000 cost before you do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the,
Really stick in the mud, I hate to say.
At
How
least-
come a perk test was never done out here?
there's really not enough room back in here to place.
With that, yeah, with
Yeah,
it-
this-
that kind of
this-
size of the system.
How many bedrooms is it?
It's a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
I didn't we have perk over here with the other property? Was the other house here that was tied in?
This house, yeah, it was
Yeah.
right here, tied in, and it didn't perk either.
I mean, it's no big surprise.
Yeah, no, it's all this stuff.
Yeah, it's tight soils out there.
Sometimes there's a reason it's a hill.
And the whole Rose's Lane is
It's
all.
tight.
Yeah.
Which is,
Roses
that-
Lane, you're
that's-
right,
that's
you're
right.
right.
That's
right.
That's a good point. Roses Lane is in the back.
yeah.
Yeah, we probably should have added this whole.
So this hasn't
project.
failed, she's just looking to sell.
No,
Well,
it's
yeah,
failed.
Because I had to do a Title V.
Right.
Right,
And
so
I
it failed the
submitted
Title V. Right, but it's not affluent coming out of the ground,
No.
there's no, extra high grass back here or anything like that. I just.
No, it doesn't meet Title V.
Just doesn't
I mean,
meet Title
Because
V.
there's one person living in there right now.
Yeah.
If you had a family living here, you definitely see it.
Yeah, it would fail, okay. I don't argue it, sometimes you
No.
just have to play
I know,
devil's
right.
advocate.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's why we have to answer the questions. And, you know, I've been here enough to know.
Yeah.
you know,
So have you, do we have the water records and any pumping records in there too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right. You're learning.
It's getting old.
Yeah, we just-
Who's running for your spot?
Well, there's
Nobody's
no running,
running.
but they get appointed.
Oh,
and-
it's
and-
not elected.
No.
Oh. Interesting.
I was thinking of putting my name in, but I didn't think they want me.
We have to be a resident.
They might take you, but the issue that you wouldn't be able to do the issue that you would
Well, you
want
have
to
to be
sit
a-
for.
Right?
You have to be a voting resident?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have a motion?
Oh, yeah, move to approve the request for emergency tie-in connection on One Hillside Road.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Phil.
Good luck with the foot.
Yeah. I tell you, the stupidest thing, but, you know, now I realize, crutches are a pain in the neck. It's the first time I've been on crutches, you know?
And the armpit.
Well, yeah, it's just, sleeping, trying to sleep at night with it, because they wanted to sleep with the boot on. I said,
Ah.
can't do it, can't do it. So it's just to keep it from bending, and like that.
Can I ask you one more question, if you know the answer to this? How old is the person who lives there, and how long have they lived there?
She's, matter of fact, she.
And you don't have to give me her
she
exact
worked
age.
Well, she worked as a secretary in the building department. And she's, I'd say about
I can look up in the book.
75, 80.
In her 70s?
Yeah,
I can say that.
yeah, in her 70s.
But the more important question is probably how long has she lived there?
She's lived here all her life. Right? Her kids grew up here, and she's.
I can check that in the assessors, I'll get you.
Okay,
the phone.
thanks.
I told her she wanted to come, but she said no, she'll be here the night.
For the selectmen, yes, that would be very important. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that one's done. We were gonna discuss, is there any more to discuss on?
Waterbury.
Yes.
Tonight, by tonight, she was supposed to have the yard done, and it may not be 100% what some people would want. It's certainly 100% better than it was. It's presentable, she's had stuff picked up, the grass has been cut. I told her you get all the stuff from the front and over by the side, and I pointed it out. I said, this is all gotta be gone. So it was. But on that Friday that we agreed on in the meeting, she let me in, and I went in, and unfortunately, it was just about as bad as the first time I ever saw it. Not quite, but to know that we had cleaned it up as much as we had before and that it had pretty much reverted back was very disappointing. And as far as I'm concerned now, everything's got to go, not just a path. I want the whole house cleaned out because it's obviously not enough just to clear a path. If she's going to fill it in again, and it's a tremendous fire, safety, sanitation hazard. And that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree by those pictures, absolutely.
So, I mean, if you want her in to talk more about it, fine, or if you want to vote to give her a certain time period for a certain amount of cleaning to be done, or...
She's been working with us, so it seems like that. She did a lot that we asked her, so she's forward progress.
So, I mean, if you want to say, give her...
When's she expected to be back?
Well, this was just like, I think one of those cataract operations, so it's just a few,
Not that long,
few
yeah.
days, I think.
Did her niece?
Yes.
You have the niece's phone number, and
No, but she has mine.
did the niece sort of offer to facilitate and help the
Well,
process?
the niece was there when I was there and helping clean. And I said it very clearly to the both of them that, either you do the cleanup or the board will vote to condemn and you can't live there, and that's it. And I said, and then if you don't clean it up, they found money, they could literally have it knocked down. But I said, and then the niece poked in, well, if it was, if we weren't, she wasn't allowed to live here, would the family have an opportunity to come in and clean up? I said, yes. I said, the board in the past has allowed me to lift a condemnation order upon a satisfactory inspection of a cleanout. But, I mean, we're talking an entire cleanout. We're not talking just the path she made before.
Well, that's the problem, is getting rid of the stuff, it's far beyond just stacking things. Stuff has to be removed. Dumpsters worth, plural.
Well, Michael, she has a pod. I don't know what's in there, but would suspect it's not something you and I would keep. And she also has apparently a storage unit over in Weymouth where she's keeping boxes of books and I don't know what else. But,
Seeing that, the pod kind of scares me, that it's just sweeping it under the rug, so to say.
You said at one point she refused elders' services. In these pictures, based on your inspection, are you able to force her to accept elder services?
no, she's paying 1-800 junk, got junk. And complaining how much it costs. I'm, you know.
But when does elder services come in as a matter of
They
somebody's
have
safety?
to, they don't. They defend the owner's right against us.
Right, we would have to go to the district court and show that she was a danger to herself or to others and get her committed, essentially. That's the recourse, right?
Well, we don't necessarily have to get her committed, we just have to keep her out of the house.
Condemnation.
But the basis for keeping her out of her house is that she's a danger to herself, right? Because she's living in a fire trap.
Well, she's creating fire trap in the neighborhood, isn't
Yeah.
Well, not only
Yeah.
that, there's already been one fire on
Yeah.
record there.
Right.
And I mean, she has a history of medical problems, and there's no way somebody could get through that house and get her now.
Well, find her if a stack of that stuff fell over on her.
Oh, so, I mean, are you comfortable going along for another couple of weeks and talking to her and maybe setting some deadlines yourself for her and then coming back to us if you need it? Or you want something more? Because I think we probably, we don't have her on here as a hearing.
I think she's run my gamut.
I thought she had 2 weeks ago, but we don't have her here. I think we've got to give her a fair opportunity to argue with us if we're going to do something. So you want us to put it on the agenda for next hearings?
Okay.
So I move that we put 12 Whortleberry, is it Road?
Lane.
Lane, on the agenda for the next hearing in 2 weeks, with a letter to the resident directing her to appear to show cause to the Board of Health as to why we shouldn't condemn the property given the photographs.
And inspection, and the agent's.
And what?
And Jennifer's inspection.
Yeah.
You know,
Should there be an inspection done before the meeting? So we have knowledge of what's going on in there, or?
I don't really think it's gonna change a whole lot.
That would be, if I would suggest that you say to her that if she wants this to come into the board and demonstrate significant progress before the next hearing in 2 weeks, that she should invite you in.
On Monday.
Yeah, to show the progress. Otherwise, we're going to assume that nothing's changed.
Yeah, I think that's only fair.
Okay.
Second?
second.
All those in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
All right. More old business, not for discussion, but just for an update on wind turbine.
I don't know that we've had any testing done, because they were supposed to notify all of us by email if it was. I know that, they're watching the conditions, but apparently
Waiting for appropriate time,
well, they need wind speed,
wind speed and no precipitation.
yeah. So,
The tides will be, I think we said this earlier, the tides will be high, significantly high this weekend and into the beginning of next week, so hopefully Mother Nature will cooperate.
yeah. We are getting very busy. The complaints are coming out of the woodworks,
Complaints about,
everything,
right,
housing, hoarding.
yeah.
um,
You're good with the turbine, that's the update, there is
Yeah,
nothing more to say.
I don't have anything else to add at this
Okay.
point.
All right, so,
I know the community hasn't heard anything from Tech Environmental,
yeah.
perhaps you heard something.
Yeah, they've been instructed to let your company know. So,
Stop me to something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
directly, not even use
Directly.
us as an intermediary,
Well, I
go
thought
direct.
maybe there might be something going on that might be discussing. I know
No.
I've complained to Jen, I think
No,
that
no, no,
it hasn't woken up.
I guess the only comment I'll make to Mr. Darty is that Mr. Batarian, one of the testing groups, he was going to have his engineers his field engineers on a 4-hour standby on testing. So sometimes they just don't know if the conditions are going to be right or not until the last minute.
I didn't realize he was involved, I thought he had made a bid on it. I thought-
Well, no, but through his bid and through his expertise, that's what I took away from that, is that a lot of it is predicated on he had these guys on a 4-hour window. So I guess I just wanted to,
Well, Mike knows his business. Mike,
his impeccable resume, so incredible.
Well, that's what we know. I wish there was more to add to that, but there's not, so that's why it wasn't on the agenda
I
formally.
can tell you, I've been woken up the last 3 nights.
Yeah,
so
with, understood.
I made complaints.
Yeah, understood, thank you. That's the update, and that's all, we're gonna leave it at that.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Doherty, thank you. Any other old business?
No, it's just
You
getting.
were talking about the complaints, something?
Yeah, well.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I
Well,
just
that's all
wanted-
right, it's just,
Draw a line there
it's
between
it's housing complaints, it's, we've had a couple of previous hoarding-type cases, other ones raise their head. We've had a couple of new ones that raise their head. We've got ice cream trucks, the farmer's market has moved from North Scituate to St. Mary's parking lot, same day. Which I just found out by accident when I checked with Kim.
What day is the farmer's market?
It's Wednesdays,
Wednesday.
the same day, different location. Oh, Inley, we're going through a children's camp permitting process, which is the first one I've done in Scituate, and it's the first time they've done it, and it's a learning curve for both of us, and there's so much friggin' paperwork. All these plans, emergency plans, safety plans, fire, lost child, first aid, health records, Cory checks. It's pretty intense. And I've been investigating one
So is this something that's gotta be done by?
before they open,
Before they
which
open,
is
should
next
be-
month.
Yeah, end of June,
No, mid-June,
mid-June.
yeah.
That's right, Inley wouldn't be on the same calendar as the public school system.
No, not at all. They're doing a circuits program, which makes me a little nervous too, because of the safety that's needed for those types of programs. Also, the pools are starting as well. I'm doing one this Friday. The snack bar at Hatherley, out on the whatever hole, they've totally redone it over. And they're just waiting for the connection to sewer, which will happen next month. So I've given them a limited menu and a temporary permit so that they could open. They're selling mostly, they're selling like beer, tonic water, snack bars, hot dogs, and some sandwiches that they make in the kitchen that they throw out at the end of the day if they haven't sold them. So and it's all in the refrigeration. They have hand sanitizer and gloves and stuff. So there's no real food prep there, other than the hot dogs, which can be exempt anyway. So they did a nice job. So yeah. When they get the connection made, then I'll go back and check everything out again. And I'll give them the full permit. So We have a shelter boot camp training June 22nd, which is a Saturday, so that won't interrupt anything but my summer vacation.
Stay of summer.
Yeah, really. So I attended a summit at South Shore Hospital and was on a panel and did my slide PowerPoint presentation again, and it was well received. I think that brings you pretty much up to date. Can you think of anything else, Mary? It's just been busy, real busy. Oh, we're getting the files redone the second week in June. So they'll be doing that. It's like a record management system, and it'll be like the sliding medical office files as opposed to file cabinets. And it should all be contained in our office. No more annexes.
Cool.
So that would be nice.
I have a question.
Okay.
One of these perk fees was for 7 hours. That's a long time.
When you have a long perk rate, it can take that.
7 hours. Okay. I signed it.
Yeah, it can. I've done a couple in the dark.
Been there.
It's not fun.
No, gotta be boring.
But yeah, that too. If you're sitting there thinking, oh, all the work you could be doing, so if you were in the office.
Yeah, especially with rates now, except those 60 minutes an inch. 6 inches, that's 6
You can go
hours.
90 minutes, up to 90 minutes an inch, and still use an innovative. And I've done some of those, and they're horrible.
That is into the night, really is, depending on what time you start in the morning.
Yeah, so,
Covered it all?
I think so. It's
Move
only
to
Monday.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.